Hey guys, this is Echo Soundworx, and you're checking out a first look video on ADSR. In this video, we're checking out a free plugin made by Plugin Alliance called BX Sub Filter. This is the filtering component, basically taken from their its larger brother counterpart, the BX Subsynth. Now, it's basically a plugin or a tool for low-end filtering to kind of give you punch, but also help tame that low-end mud that can occur with sub-bass, bass, kicks, that sort of stuff. Now, it's a really simple, basic interface. You have gain in, you have gain out. You have a tight punch and a low-end control. And then you have a resonance toggle switch up here with 3 different positions, low, high, and extreme. And I'm going to show you that on an 808, and it's going to give it some nice honk. So we're going to check this out on a very rough mix I just threw together for this video. There's a drum track, a kick, and the 808 that we'll be worrying about, the 3 tracks up here. And I'm going to see how well that the BX Subsynth can get these 3 elements to kind of play together and fit together without any EQ, without any sidechain compression, without anything that I typically do to get an 808 and a kick to fit together. So this is really raw on purpose because I want to show you guys what this plugin's capable of doing. So let's listen to this demo, keeping that in mind. All right, so here's the kick. Literally, I have no EQ on it. Here's the 808. Right, it's just the 808 coming from Sub-Zero 808 from Contact. There's nothing on it. So these two are going to have frequency problems for sure. But there's not a whole lot, and that's because in Contact, I think I've done a little bit of a high pass to get some of the real low-end mud out of the way. So let's turn that off on this, actually. All right, let's listen to those two together. All right, so in this instance, I have an 808, right? So the kick needs to be kind of it doesn't need to be the sub element. So let's load up. We're going to go to the, let's do default here. And there's a bunch of cool presets that you can mess around with too, which is really nice in a free plugin. So here's the kick. Okay, so if I turn the low end down, you can hear that it is a little bit taming the low end of the actual, we'll do extreme. Right, if I turn it up, right, it's giving it like a sub, which is really cool. Listen to the difference in this kick. Right, like that just flat out gave it a sub element, which is really nice. The thing I have noticed about the BX Sub Filter is that it's really hard to screw up your sound to the point where it makes it sound bad, which is always nice. All right, so let's turn it back down to high, and let's turn down the low end a little bit. And let's keep the tight punch up, so we want to add that punch to the kick. All right, so there's on, here it is off. Right, so it's definitely filtering some parts of the sound. So let's pair that now back with the 808. So that is fitting a little bit better. It's making the kick fit a little bit. It's fitting now, at least it's not clashing to my ear as much as it was. I think that if I coupled the BX subfilter with maybe a little bit of sidechain compression or a little bit of EQ, I think it'd be a very, very powerful tool. Now let's mess around with it on the 808 sub. So I'm going to turn it on extreme, and let's turn up the punch to 90 hertz. It adds like a nice honk to it. It's kind of cool. So I don't want the low end up too high in this. I might want to get a little bit out. So I might go to about -7. And I like how that sounds. I think that this is bringing together these two sounds that typically clash quite readily, bringing them a little bit tighter and a little bit together in a nice fashion. Now, one thing that would be interesting to try to test this out on, if you guys download it, it's free, why not, would be on a sound that doesn't have a lot of sub to it, like so maybe like a future bass chord synth or something. And then in the drop where you typically have a sub, but it's not a really big sub, maybe try adding a little bit of low end with the tight punch, see what happens. I definitely want to test that out. I think it'd be really interesting. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let me know below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my name's Echo Soundworx. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time.